All right, welcome into NFL Live. You know, Dan Graziano, Jeff Saturday, Super Bowl champ, our quarterback over on the end, Tim Hasselbeck. Dan is the storyline guy on the set. Dan, start us off. AFC East, where are you looking storyline? Biggest one on your mind?
Well, might it finally be the Patriots' year? I think we've all been waiting for them to break out. No, look, I mean, the storyline is, can anybody compete with the New England Patriots? Right? They've won it 10 years in a row. So we're looking at the Jets and Sam Darnold, and can he take a leap year two and elevate them to a playoff caliber team? Does Buffalo continue to develop around Josh Allen and what happens in Miami with the quarterback? But I think the storyline is there anybody who's ready to take down Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots in the AFC East? My first answer is no. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you.
Who's the closest then, would you say, Jeff?
I would say the Jets are probably the closest. And you see what they've done in the draft and the offseason. They're making Sam Darnold. He made huge progress towards the middle of the season and on last year. So you're betting, if you're a Jets fan, that he continues to progress and mature in his development. But I think to Dan's point, this is about the Patriots dynasty. And that's really what it is, with the Super Bowls being 6 and, 10 titles in a row, whatever. It's crazy numbers at how efficient they have been as a football team. And so I think the Jets are knocking on the door, but I still think they're going to come up a little short for that division.
Listen, that division's been owned by the Patriots, and so they are the story, and they're the story every year. But, you mentioned the Jets, Jeff, and I think that's the right place to look. Look, the addition of Le'Veon Bell, I think, has to get attention because of his versatility. In the NFL, it's easy to forget about somebody when you haven't seen him. We didn't see him all last year, but you could easily make the argument that he's the best running back in the game, most certainly the most versatile running back in the game. And what will that do for a quarterback who's just 21 years old when the season starts, to, in his second year, with Adam Gase as the head coach and designing that offense? What will that offense look like? Will it be hard to stop the New York Jets? And if that's the case, then maybe they can be a contender.
So, Jeff, real quick, I got to ask Jeff before we move on.
Yeah.
I have to talk to an offensive lineman because everybody right now is saying do not pay a running back. Don't do it. The Jets did it. What say you?
I like it. All right, listen, I like it because of the versatility that he has. People talk about don't draft a running back high. Edgerrin James was the 4th pick in the draft. Turned out pretty good. I played with him for a number. He's a fantastic running back, right? Joseph Adai, 1st-round back. They're good players and great players. They can separate themselves. They make you better. So if an offensive lineman, when you have a Le'Veon Bell who, all of a sudden he's patient in his running, puts his head down, gets behind his pads and goes make those yards, or out of the backfield, you can dump it off to him in the screen game. All of those things as an offensive lineman, the versatility that he plays with makes you a better player, because it's not like you're playing in a phone booth, which can be very difficult. When everybody knows, listen, if we put 8 guys in a box, we're going to make it really hard on this offensive line, the quarterback, the running back. But now all of a sudden you can't do that. It really opens up your offense. So I disagree with the idea that running backs come a dime a dozen, all those. Can there be players out there? But here's the deal. That's like that for every position. There are a lot of offensive linemen. There are tight ends. There are defensive backs who go undrafted or low draft picks who turn out to be really good football players. I don't think it's any different for running backs. But when you see a special one, you saw Saquon Barkley last year, you're telling me he didn't make a difference for the Giants? I mean, 2,000 plus yards, 2,000 plus yards for one guy. That's pretty productive.
By the way, Le'Veon Bell not a 1st-round pick, by the way. Look, offensive line, right? They bring in Kelechi Assembly from the Raiders. That should help. A little concern about did they address the center position the way they needed to, but flip it to the other side, having spent a little bit of time around them this offseason, they're very excited about linebacker C.J. Mosley and the impact he's already had on the defensive side of the ball in terms of, culture setting and all that stuff they like to talk about.
Monster in the middle.
Maybe they can put something together and be a playoff team, but I still wouldn't pick them to beat the Patriots.
Right. And I would say this, the other part of their defense that they are thinking about the Patriots, defensive line. Can we, we draft one, can we go rush Tom Brady? Can we put pressure on them up front with the New England Patriots? That's the ticket to beat all great quarterbacks, right? Can you put pressure on them time and time again? The Jets are trying to address that. And by the way, when Mosley puts his hat down to come rush the passer, he's very physical in the 2 A gaps. So again, another mindset of how can we attack this team who's won our division year in and year out.
Yep. You still need a center. All you got to do is just outpay that high school coaching concept.
That's exactly right.
Oh, you want it? Bring it on.
NFL Live Monday through Friday. ESPN. We're out.
Everyone, thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, more analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+. We'll see you there.